Erin O'Toole launched his campaign here in the party's virtual studio. O'Toole says this is an unnecessary election called simply because the Liberals want a majority government.
There's no reason for this election, and in fact, we've asked him not to. But as Canadians have seen over 6 years, Mr. Trudeau will always put his own self-interest, interest of insiders, ahead of the national interest.
O'Toole says the Conservatives are best placed to deal with the health and economic consequences of the pandemic. But on that score, he's facing questions for not saying whether he'll force his candidates to get vaccinated. O'Toole says reasonable accommodation can be made for unvaccinated people.
I'm Rafi Boudjikanian with the Bloc Québécois in Montreal for the start of a campaign leader Yves-François Blanchet says is unnecessary. Asked about recent Liberal announcements on childcare for Quebec and French language protections, Blanchet says, bring it on.
I am not of a very discreet nature. I will find my way to the ears and eyes of the population.
2 years ago, the Bloc tripled its seat count, keeping the Liberals from a majority. Today, Blanchet kicked off this campaign at Montreal's Pride Parade, specifically in Justin Trudeau's riding, making it clear he intends to compete hard again.
I'm Olivia Stefanovich with NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, who also kicked off the campaign in Montreal. Singh wants Canadians to see his party as the progressive alternative, pushing an agenda that asks the ultra-rich to pay more.
People have referred to the pandemic and said, well, we've all been in the same boat. And I say really clearly, we've not been in the same boat. Some people have ridden out this storm in luxury yachts while others have been in leaky lifeboats.
Singh will be hoping that message takes hold in Quebec. 2 years ago, the NDP won just one seat here.
I'm David Thurton with the Green Party. Annamie Paul is campaigning in Toronto Centre, a riding she hopes to win with her progressive views on climate change, a guaranteed livable income, and ending the opioid crisis.
Our country is suffering. It needs leadership. It needs leadership that offers a positive, progressive, and compelling vision.
She faces an uphill battle, not just trying to win this Liberal fortress, but also overcoming opposition within her own party. People who want to see her gone. The feeling is if she doesn't win this seat, she won't be able to stay on as leader.